Well, the governor released his three-stage approach to reopening our state. It's what he calls the state's roadmap to recovery. And many of the recommendations follow guidelines set forth by the federal government. But make no mistake, we are still under that stay-at-home order. WMAR 2 News' Dave Detling is live in Annapolis for us tonight with more. Dave?
Well, in order for any of this to go into effect, the governor says there needs to be a downward trend in the rate of people being hospitalized for COVID-19, as well as the number of people being taken into ICU for COVID-19. Still, he says that he is positive that we could see some change by early May. Now, stage one includes lifting the stay-at-home order, reopening some small businesses. Also, we could see the reopening of outdoor recreation and other low-risk activities. Some elective outpatient surgeries could also resume at area hospitals. Stage two would raise the limit on social gatherings. Religious gatherings could also take place with proper physical distancing, and bars and restaurants, they could reopen with safety restrictions in place. We're also hearing that under stage two, non-essential workers unable to telework from home could be able to return to work. The final stage would be the reopening of large gatherings and events, and this is big. Hospitals as well as healthcare facilities, they could lessen visitor restrictions. Again, the governor says the implementation of the recovery plan won't happen overnight. It's all dependent on the downturn in COVID-19 numbers.
But as we begin to reopen, it will continue to be important for Marylanders, particularly older and more vulnerable Marylanders, to continue to stay home as much as they can. And all Marylanders should continue to avoid crowds and gatherings, and they should continue to practice physical distancing and to take precautions to protect themselves, their families, and their fellow Marylanders.
And again, the governor said that there is no timeline for stage one to go into place. He also didn't mention anything about schools. He says that until a vaccine is put in place, we can expect social distancing to continue, as well as the way of life we are continuing to live. It's also important to note that the governor did say that there has been an advisory group formed for 15 sectors like small businesses, construction, as well as religious institutions. They will help determine the safest ways for their sectors to reopen. Of course, this is all dependent on the downturn of COVID-19 numbers. We're live in Annapolis. Dave Detling, WMAR 2 News.